Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Starfield where we have got some interesting news for you guys hitting the internet as the game hits 12 million players. That's right, Phil Spencer has come out with a released statement and there is so much going on inside of the game that they want this to happen across the same time period as Skyrim. We're going to talk about that one in just a second, and also Starfield releases a beta update that you guys need to hear about. So I am ill, so please bear in there with my voice. It's a little bit tedious right now, but if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors via the link in the description. With that being said though, let's dive on into some Starfield news. So starting off, Starfield hits 12 million players as Phil Spencer's eyes another Skyrim-sized hit. Now 12 million people have played the spacefaring Starfield just 3 months after takeoff. Now, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer revealed the big number during this year's Brazil-based entertainment convention CCXP. Starfield has been awesome, notes Spencer in an interview from the event. One of the special things about my job is that I get to play games very early in development. In fact, I was playing Starfield about this time last year, and I could tell when I was playing, and from the fact that I couldn't stop playing, that it was probably going to be a pretty special game. Now the suspicion seems to have come true since the space epic reached 12 million players and sits in the company's top 10 most played games from our studios. Spencer didn't reveal the split between people who bought the game versus those who just downloaded on Game Pass though. The game did drive the subscription service to its biggest single day ever. Now Starfield still has a way to go before it outshines its two big older siblings. Skyrim has sold 60 million copies since launch a decade ago, while the apocalyptic Fallout 4 has sold 25 million, and Spencer is hoping that the studio can repeat that magic trick a third time. When asked about whether he smells Skyrim level success on Starfield, Spencer replies, "That's our goal." He later explains that Todd Howard and the team want people who love space and space exploration to stick with Starfield just as long as fantasy lovers have stuck with Skyrim. A ton of confidence that for many years Starfield will be sitting very highly. Now Bethesda is aiming for its longevity through the upcoming Shattered Space expansion and official mod support. Now according to the Xbox Game Boss, mods certainly gave Skyrim some immortal legs. So it will be extremely interesting to see what it is that they bring to the table with this one, because for me personally, although Spencer may be right with this one and it may do well in the longevity of things, I feel like we've definitely got a bit of a cyberpunk game here on our hands. What I mean by that is the official launch, the hype for it was absolutely incredible. It kind of dipped on the way out of the gate and it didn't do too well, which is where we're sitting at right now with Starfield. It seems to have a base level of a really negative review basis and seems to have a lot of negatives inside of the game that are not just like the bugs and breaks and glitches that we all know well from Bethesda, but actually just the actual base game itself has a lot of boring factors inside of it, and it seems to be shining quite heavily, especially with the way that the gaming community is in 2023. But lo and behold though, I reckon maybe the end of 2024, maybe 2025, we'll see the No Man's Sky effect, or maybe even the Cyberpunk effect, where the game just completely comes out the woodworks, and it's the game that everybody's talking about because they've rectified all of the decisions made. Because at the end of the day, Xbox wants Starfield to have the 12-year staying power of Skyrim, and Bethesda and Xbox want Starfield to have the longevity of Skyrim thanks to its upcoming DLC and mods, but only time will tell if it does. And for me personally, one DLC and maybe a few mods will not hold the longevity, especially with like mods being somewhat acceptable and somewhat applicable when it comes to consoles. It's a lot harder to actually obtain those things overall. But we're going to take a look at something else right now as Starfield releases beta update 1.8.87. Now Bethesda rolls out yet yet another Starfield beta update that primarily addresses one particularly bizarre bug among other changes. Now, they released the original beta update on December 1st, identified by version number 1.8.87. This newly introduced release arrived less than 2 weeks after the Starfield update 1.8.86, added a neat eat command and DLSS support to the space firing RPG, among other changes. Now, the most notable bug fix bundled with the new update addresses a bizarre glitch that would sometimes provide Starfield players with unexpected travelling companions in the form of asteroids and other types of celestial objects. While the root cause of the bug remains unclear, the issue itself has been present in the game from day one, confirmed by a number of past player reports on the matter dating back to September. So this will be a really odd one, because that seems to be something that makes absolutely no sense at all. Now, as it stands right now, New Atlantis can still follow players around on Starfield. Now, what I mean by this is the fix for this peculiar problem that's included in the Starfield beta update 1.8.87 is officially described as a partial solution, with Bethesda noting that the patch will only eliminate the cases of space matter being stuck behind the player. On the other hand, the most egregious instances of this Starfield bug that sometimes causes New Atlantis to follow players around are yet to be addressed. The official changelog attached to the patch says that the full fix for this change is coming in a future update, but yet we don't know when exactly that's going to be. Now, this patch actually addresses the latest update upon patches for the popular infinite weapon glitch. Now, December 1st's update also patches out an exploit that allowed players to easily stockpile guns by building a weapon case in an outpost, then saving and reloading the game. Doing so prior to this patch consistently caused Starfield to spawn random guns in any such containers, since the case itself requires just 1 polymer and 2 titanium pieces to build. The glitch itself effectively offered infinite weapon generation, allowing players to keep reloading the game until they were happy with the rolls in each new container. Now, obviously that one needed to be addressed. It is a little bit of an odd one to say the least, but we're going to leave a link down in the description to the main article from Game Rant that addresses all of these problems, and you guys can take a look at some of the other stuff that is involved as well. But in other news, on Reddit, with 1.5 thousand upvotes, this one made me chuckle, but Starfield is definitely earning that mature rating. This is absolutely hilarious, as one player manages to go into a room just looting away and grabbing as much stuff as it can to find a corpse actually embodied inside of a door. Now, if you close the door, the jiggle mechanics are absolutely on point. This one is absolutely hilarious and did make me laugh, and I will completely admit I rewatched this clip about 2 or 3 times because I was in absolute hysterics. But earning the maturity rating, it definitely did. Link in the description. Go and show it some love. I love a good humorous video on a Starfield Reddit. And a Reddit post that didn't get as much love as I think it maybe should have, we're going to bring to your attention right here. Again, link is in the description. Make sure you show these Reddit posts some love. There's not enough going on Reddit right now, and I think that you should really entice them to post up as much as they can. But tip for getting the legendary weapons you want. Now, he goes on to state that I like collecting the different legendary weapons that the game has to offer for my collection at my outpost. These are the weapons with 3 different traits, and the banner around the name is yellow/gold. One thing I've learned is that certain vendors have a note that you can buy from them called the directions to the statue location, and these are always an activity quest that gives you the location for a random legendary weapon tucked away in some system. The vendors I've seen that have these notes are the different trade authority ones, and some provisioners and vendors on random planets found at mining outposts, civilian outposts, and etc. So what I found is that if you save at scum, so quick save prior so that you can revert before entering the area where these vendors are found, you can get different weapons each time from the direction of stash location note. I've gotten a legendary Big Bang, hard target, negotiator, etc. And this way, along with others, a lot of times it will be something something dumb like a Ripshank or an Eon, but then at times you will also get a very good weapon location. I believe the notes are certain vendors even respawn after a while, so you can get more legendary weapons. I'm also fairly sure that the legendary weapons you get from the notes scale with your level, so you'll get refined, advanced, etc. as you level up. Some places I've found that have the direction to stash locations notes are, and then you can see here on screen that there are a load of people that you can obviously get them from. He states here that I thought I'd share this tip for those who want to collect the legendary weapons. I haven't seen anything like this posted on the subreddit, but forgive me if it has. Now, this was a really good one for me, and I think this is a really nice additional post and something that the Reddit needs to see more of. Some actual tips and tricks that people may not have known of, as these seem to have definitely flown over my radar. I didn't really notice them particularly, so this is a really nice addition. Thank you so much for that one, and again, make sure you go and show it some love via the link in the description. Give them an upvote, it entices them to do more. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe, post notifications turned on. I appreciate all your faces, but as always, until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.